Alright, so some quick practice with multiplying numbers. So here, when you have parentheses next to each other, that's multiplication, and it's a negative times a positive, so I know that's going to be a negative 2, and then P and Q, just leave it as negative 2 PQ. And then plus, now here, when you're multiplying this 3P times the negative 2Q, multiply the coefficients. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and then P times Q is just PQ. And then we look to say, do we have like terms? And so we check out the variables, and the PQ is exactly the same, so we just go ahead and combine that coefficient out front. Now we're adding two negative numbers, so that means add the numbers and get 8, keep the sign the same, so negative 8, and then the PQ stays. Alright, this one looks kind of like very similar. I think it's a little bit different. That distributing we had in the last video. So we have parentheses, which means see if there's anything in front to distribute. 3 times 3 is 9. Be very careful about your positives and negatives. 3 times negative m is a negative 3m. And now we're going to distribute this 2, but remember the 2 is negative. Negative 2 times 1 is a negative 2. And negative 2 times negative m is a positive 2m. Alright, look for like terms. The variable will go first, so you have this 3 is negative, so a negative 3m plus a 2m. They have opposite signs, so subtract 3 minus 2 is 1. Keep the sign of the bigger number, so it's going to be a negative 1m. And then we have 9 minus 2, which is a 7, so plus 7. So negative 1m plus 7, or if you just like to say negative m plus 7, same thing. I'll take either answer. Alright, with these examples, we're just practicing this. That's all. That's good for us. Again, parentheses, distribute first. Careful with the signs, the positives and negatives. Negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times negative y. Negative times negative is positive 3y. And then this 4 is positive, so 4 times x squared is a positive 4x squared. And then 4 times a negative y is a negative 4y. Alright, then you look for any like terms. We'll start with the x's first, because those will go first. In the proper order, we have a negative 3x squared plus a 4x squared. Opposite sign, so subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. Keep the sign of the bigger number, so positive 1x squared. And then we have 3y minus 4y. Opposite sign, subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. Keep the sign of the bigger number, so minus 1, and then the y stays. So 1x squared minus 1y, or if you don't like those ones, go ahead and just say x squared minus y. It's the same answer. Whatever you prefer is fine. Alright, last one for this video. We're going to distribute. The a is negative. Negative times positive gives us a negative ab. Negative times positive gives us a negative. You always want to put that number, the coefficient, out front, so negative 4a. This 4 is positive, so 4 times 3 is a positive 12, so we say plus 12. And then positive times a negative is a negative 4ab. Then we look for any like terms. I see a negative ab and a negative 4ab. So when you combine those, we'll add those and get 5. Keep the same sign, negative 5ab. And then this negative 4a doesn't have any a's to go with it, so that's just going to stay as minus 4a. And then we've got this plus 12 that's just going to get carried down for our answer. And that one is done.